Hello students, good morning. How are you all? Okay, I hope all of you are doing safe and fine. Welcome to Computer Applications class. Today we are going to learn about chapter 3 Values and Data Types. Today we are learning the remaining part of the tokens. Okay, the tokens are divided into many categories, right? Out of these categories we are going to learn the remaining categories. Okay, in the last class we have learned about the initializing a variable and how to assign a variable and what is meant by static initialization and dynamic initialization. Okay, in this class we are going to learn about punctuators, separators, operators and keywords. These are also the categories of tokens. Punctuators. Punctuators are the punctuation signs used as special characters in Java. Some of the punctuators are question mark is a punctuator, dot is a punctuator, semicolon is a punctuator. These are the punctuation signs used as special characters in Java. Okay, these are some of the punctuators used in Java: question mark, dot, semicolon. Let us see their purpose in the program. Question mark. This is used with ternary operator. Okay, you know if statement, right? So we can make use of this ternary operator instead of if statement. Okay, while using the ternary operator, while writing the ternary statement, we will be using the ternary operator. Okay, here question mark is the ternary operator. So just before this ternary operator, a condition will be written. Based on this condition, if this condition evaluates to true, some action will be performed. If this condition evaluates to false, then some other action has to be performed. Okay, same like if statement. How we will be using the if statement? We will be writing the if keyword followed by some condition, and then under that we will be writing some statements. Okay, if that condition is true, then the statements followed by if has to be executed. If the condition is false, then the statements in the else part has to be executed. This also works in the same way. Okay, first it evaluates this condition. If A greater than B. If this condition is true, means what we can understand from this statement? A is bigger than B. So here this A value will be assigned to max. So max holds the value of A. When it holds the value of A, when this condition becomes true. When this condition becomes false, means what does it mean? So B is bigger than A. Then that time, if this condition is false, then it goes to the colon part. After colon, B is there, right? So this B will be assigned to max. Okay, this is about using the ternary operator. We will be learning in detail in the next chapters about this ternary operator. Okay, for now let us understand this ternary operator. It is represented with question mark. Based on the condition, some action will be going to perform. Okay, and next one, this question mark is called as one of the punctuators. Okay, next, dot is a punctuator. This is used as a member access operator. Dot is a member access operator. Okay, see here, math dot square root of A. Here math is a class. Okay, so in this is a built-in class. This is not user defined. The system developers, they have already defined this math class. In this math class, there is a function called as square root, SQRT. So in order to access that function or method, we have to use this dot operator. Okay, so that's why dot is used as a member access operator. In this class, this is a member. Okay, this is a member function. Okay, member functions or data members, they are called as members of a class. So this member function, it can be accessed by using this dot operator. Okay, this is one example. Okay, and the other well known example is we will be using the output statement system dot out dot println. Okay, this is also one of the example. And the next one is we will be using the import statements, right? Import java.io.star. So there also we will be using the dots in order to access the members. Okay. Next one is semicolon. Semicolon, this is used in Java program as a statement terminator. Okay. All the statements in Java program, they are terminated with semicolon. Okay. All the statements. Okay. See here. If you write like this, int a is equal to 7 semicolon system.out.println a. So here you are writing in a single line two statements. So Java treats this as two separate statements even though you are writing in a same line, but each statement is terminated with the semicolon. So this is considered as one statement and from here it is considered as another statement. So Java treats this as two separate statements. Okay. Is this clear about punctuators? Okay. Next, separators. What are separators in Java? These are special characters in Java which are used to separate the variables or the constants. Example, comma is a separator, brackets, that is round braces, the round brackets, these are separators, curly brackets, these are also called as separators. Next, square brackets, these are called as separators. Okay, so when we declare the variables, multiple variables, okay, so we will be using this comma in order to separate one variable from another. Int a comma b comma c comma result. So here we are declaring four variables of type integer. So we have to separate each variable with comma. So this entire statement will be terminated with semicolon. Okay. Next, here we are using this variable result is equal to a plus b into c. Okay, here there is one expression. Here we are calculating. Okay, we are using some arithmetic expression a plus b into c. The result of this expression will be stored in the variable result. So this statement will be terminated by semicolon. Here we are using brackets, round brackets. Okay. So brackets are used to enclose any arithmetical or relational expressions. Here we are enclosing b into c in a round brackets. Okay. We can use any arithmetical expressions inside this bracket or any relational expressions. Relational expressions means like using the relational operators, b greater than b, b less than or equal to c, a greater than b, those kind of expressions are called as relational expressions. And one more example for this square brackets. Okay, when we are creating an array, we will be using this square brackets. In the later on chapters, we will be knowing in detail about this array. Okay, and the next one, this curly brackets, where we will be using this curly brackets in order to enclose a group of statements under a method or under a class. We will be using this curly brackets. Okay, how we will start a class name followed by this curly bracket, open curly brace, then followed by the list of statements and then it is ended with the closing curly brace. Okay, these are all the separators in Java. Okay, as you all know, plus, minus, division, asterisk, percentage. Percentage means it is a modulus operator. All these operators are called as arithmetic operators. What are relational operators? Greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, not equal to. These are all relational operators in Java. What are logical operators? Logical operators are used in logical expressions. Okay. These are expressed as ampersand. Ampersand means this is logical and. It is called as logical and. Logical and. And the next one is or. This is represented like this. This is logical or. This is logical and the next one is not logical not. These are the logical operators in Java. And operator, or operator, not operator. Okay. Next one is keywords. Keywords are the reserved words which carry special meaning to the compiler. Keywords are the reserved words which carry special meaning to the compiler. Okay. These words cannot be used as variable names. Examples of keywords are if, else, while, do, for, public, new, class, switch, etc. Okay. Hope these concepts are clear for you. If you have any doubts, you can ask me in the WhatsApp group. Okay. Thank you.